200 years ago, in the early 1800s, the roads in America were still dirt and not efficient for carrying heavy loads. So when the Erie Canal was built in New York in 1825, transporting commercial goods was much easier. And similar canals were soon built in other states, including Connecticut. The Farmington Canal from New Haven to Granby, Connecticut, was completed by 1830, with horses pulling barges along the canal. But the canals did become obsolete because of the creation of the railroads and started to be phased out by 1845. Now we have the Farmington Canal Trail that runs the length of the old canal, except for a couple of places that have not yet been developed. Hi, we're at the end of the Greenway, the Farmington Canal Trail in downtown New Haven, and we're going to walk right down to the very end. We zip along here. I put on my Superman cape. You'll see in the drone video that follows that this part of New Haven is dominated by Yale University buildings. I thought you would like to see what this part of New Haven looks like from on high. I'll point out a few landmarks as we circle around. Directly ahead, and we're looking in a southerly direction, is the new Quinnipiac River Bridge on I-95. You can see Long Island in the far distance at the other side of Long Island Sound. In the near background, beyond that tall red building, is Wooster Square, where you have Pepe's and Sally's Pizza. They're well known. As we swing across New Haven Harbor and downtown New Haven, you can see the New Haven Green, which is just showing up right there. To the right of the green are the old quad buildings. They're coming up. You have the four churches actually on the green. And closer, when you come a little closer here now, there's a large domed white building at the corner, which is Woosley Hall, and which is a music venue at Yale. And that's coming up right there on the lower right. Next is on the other side of the street from the Woosley Hall is the Grove Street Cemetery. And in the distance as we go around, that ridge is West Rock, below which I think you could just make out Southern Connecticut State University as we swing around. And the Farmington Canal Trail actually runs on the right side of the cemetery, then just down at the lower right end of it, and then swings and goes between that dark building and the reddish buildings to the right. And then that dark clam-shaped building is Ingles Ice Rink. And way in the distance, beyond that tall red building, you can see right there Sleeping Giant Mountain, and it's the Sleeping Giant State Park. Then further to the right and closer in the background, is coming up here is East Rock, which has its own history, which is pretty interesting. So those are the important parts of New Haven as we swing around to the northeastern part of the city. Some things to note as we get back to the Farmington Trail. There are several established parking lots along the trail. You can go to fchtrail.org to get maps online of the whole trail, and the official parking is well marked. Also, I and my friends bike as well as hike along the trail. Both are comfortable because it is paved. There are only a few small hills to negotiate along the trail. Canal Companies Incorporated 1822. That just gives you a little something about it. This is the trail going down this way. It's all paved, by the way, all the way up. So it's and they actually clear it in the wintertime. Okay, we're down a little further. This is where the Farmington Canal Trail crosses Shelton Avenue, and there's a little park right there, and it comes across here. Okay, we're looking south on the trail. We're in Hamden now. We're next to a Home Depot, which is right on Dixwell Avenue. Here comes some bike riders. Nice day for it today. It's in April. Quick little drone video from the Common Grounds. In the distance here, that's Sleeping Giant. We're in northern Hamden right now, and other hills as we go around. Now we're looking to the west. There are apartments, Further to the west, you're going to see West Rock way over there in the distance, and these are the shopping malls. And way to the south, you see New Haven, and that's East Rock over on the left there. That's downtown New Haven with the buildings. Okay, we're on the Farmington Canal Trail. I'm going to walk down here. There's a lot of rusty metal down here. Well, I see an axle. Be nice. Hey, there's a steering wheel and a steering column.
You gonna put that on YouTube?
I might.
That's a 1928 Studebaker.
It is a car because I see a chrome bumper over here. Don't see what kind of car it is though. There's still some chrome left. You need any chrome for your car?
What's your copperhead?
I see a Guinness bottle there, can. What the? I guess we'll never know what this is.
Car body?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, it's a car, I think. I guess it could be a truck. Anybody recognize what kind of axle that is? And maybe some mechanic will recognize it. Yep. Oh, there you go. Maybe there's something on here. Nope. I thought there might sit. The steering column definitely looks like a car steering column. And it's like a turquoise. Maybe it's like from the 50s. Okay. I guess nobody's going to be able to recognize what this is. So somebody built a nice little rest stop here. All are welcome. Area for rest and prayer. No skinny dipping today. Okay. Actually, there's a nice little stream there. But we're about 2 miles north of Common Grounds in Hamden. So it'd be a nice little stop here if you want to rest a little bit. Okay, we're still in Hamden where we're crossing one road over here and we're right alongside Sleeping Giant. That's the top of the head right there, Sleeping Giant, because it sort of faces east-west in a general way. And some condos there. And that's where we just came from. And heading north right there, and there's a restroom right here that you can stop at. It's a portable toilet. Oh, somebody's bike, mongoose. Anyway, we're coming around here, and yeah, this is the portalette that's right next to this trailer right here, and that sign where there's somebody in there, so I won't disturb that person. And we're actually taking a bike ride now here. It's at least 3 miles from Common Grounds in Hamden. We're arguing over the exact distance. I forgot to put my phone on, but we're going that way. And right here we have a little information at this point here that talks about the trail. We're 2,158 miles to Key West, 742 miles to Calais, Maine. And you have a trail map. And we are, oh, that's further north, that map. We're in Hamden right now. Okay, this is one of the old locks in a bit of disrepair. Oh, there's my shadow. Just has some stone wall now, but I guess this was a lock in the canal. Okay, we're on the trail here just south of Sleeping Giant. I'm kind of whizzing through this trail. This is the Farmington Trail going alongside Sherman Avenue. When Sherman Avenue runs into Route 10, we'll see that in a second. Right down here, this is Route 10. Now we're getting on to Route 10. And you see the trail over on the left as it goes and follows Route 10. And we're coming up on Sleeping Giant. And we'll do a little view of that. There's a Sleeping Giant there. And then this is back south, and we're just going to run over to, that's the parking lot. Okay, there's a nice parking area. It's just south of Sleeping Giant. I'll get the name of the street that it's on, but it's right off the canal trail. You can park here and start the canal trail from here. It's right off of Route 10. Route 10 is just a few hundred yards to the north there. Yeah, it's called Micro. Might have a brewery in there, but it has been recommended as a good place to eat, and we're not too far. We're just south of, oh, there you go, Sleeping Giant, which is right over there. Yeah, about a mile away. Okay, so at the lock, this old lock here, there's Sleeping Giant. That's the head. Goes back that way in easterly direction. And here, this area is the lockkeeper's house for lock 14. And there's now a Hamden Police Mount Carmel substation. You see right there. As we walk by, I'm in the sun here, but there's the rest of the Sleeping Giant down that way. And we drive along, and here's the canal trail. Yeah, New Haven, Northampton, and Northampton Railroad, the canal line. I guess maybe the railroad came up here afterward. But right over here we have, this is Route 10, Enchiladas, Mexican eatery. I've eaten there, it's pretty decent food. I can recommend it. It's right near, just north of Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant. And the trail south. I'm heading north right now with some friends. And with that final note, I'll end part 1 of the Farmington Canal Trail. In part 2, we will take up the trail in Cheshire and go to the end of the southern part of the trail in Southington. I hope you have enjoyed this little excursion into the complex matrix of the so-called real world. If you have, then please subscribe and hit that little notification bell to make sure you don't miss my future videos. Thank you, and live well until we meet again. Yes, I know, I'm mixing famous phrases.